That optimism comes as signs begin to emerge that BC is in the very early stages of another wave of COVID. Hospitalizations have risen slightly. Longtime observers and experts aren't raising the alarm just yet, but they are cautioning people the pandemic is not over. Here's CTV's Penny Daflos.
It's been 5 weeks since masks became largely optional as most public health measures were rolled back. Now there are signs COVID-19 is ramping up again.
It's important not to set off the alarm bells when we're in a pretty good place, but there are things that we need to be careful about.
For the first time in weeks, hospitalizations rose slightly in BC. On its own, that's not alarming, but the percentage of tests coming back positive are starting to just go up as well, which could mean another Omicron wave may be in its early stages.
Right now we're in that honeymoon period between these two waves, and it is hard to judge exactly how tall this second wave will be because it depends a lot on just how much people continue to mask and take those protective measures.
On the surface, it seems like long-term care homes are doing well, but the province changed the definition. This West End care home, for example, has 39 active cases and has shut down gatherings in what Harrow Park calls a cluster.
The situation today is vastly different than it was a year ago.
Care home operators say with all staff vaccinated and nearly all residents boosted, the risk is dramatically lower and visits are crucial. But they're also urging government to consider waning immunity and prepare for another booster for seniors.
I think the ministry and the public health officer are getting tired of hearing from me about needing to have a plan on the shelf ready to go just as soon as we see that inflection point change. So that we get right on top of it.
Because the rising positive cases in Europe and wastewater viral levels in Ontario.
We're now definitely again in exponential growth.
Show areas that typically see a surge in infections before BC are getting hit by a fresh wave of cases. Remember, it usually takes a couple of weeks to start seeing that impact on hospitalizations and deaths.
And Penny joins us now. Penny, just even anecdotally, I'm hearing of more people getting COVID. What is the modeling group predicting about another Omicron wave?
You know, it really depends on whether people choose to mask or take other precautions, and there's no way for them to predict that kind of behavior. You know, the biggest factor may be that waning immunity from vaccines. Most seniors are right around the 6-month mark from their booster, and that's when other countries have started seeing a drop in efficacy and more infections, more serious illness, or a push for another booster. That is still TBD in Canada, Mijang.
All right, thank you, Penny.